Welcome, dolls, back to Little Gretchen's Workshop. This is another episode of the Rooming House Dollhouse Flashback series. So this is just a quick recap. That's the kitchen. We talked about that in another video. But this is the pantry breakfast room area right off of the kitchen. You see I've got the really rough walls that I joint compound to smooth them out. And you can see again that the floors are made on templates. As I mentioned before, I make them on paper bag template, brown paper bag templates. Makes them easy to install. But just wanted to give you a recap there. Want to show you another room that I mentioned when I was talking about the base to the stove. Okay, so this is the cafe. And that fieldstone effect that I did with the egg cartons on the outside of the house, I decided to use it on the inside of the house as well. The floor, again, I made it on a template with the egg cartons, but I made the squares a little bit more square rather than lumpy. I flattened them out, moistened them and flattened them out, and actually took the same effect up on a part of the wall. Again, as I mentioned, my walls were rough, so I was looking for ways to camouflage some of the damage. Again, you have to be creative. You have to imagine ways to work around. Sometime if you're dealing with a vintage or damaged dollhouse, you have to think of ways to do workarounds just like you would in a regular renovation. See those walls there and even the gapping around the door because the cuts for the doorways were kind of rough. I bought a really pretty door for the cafe. I really like that it's got a nice wide trim around it. That'll help me cover up some of the gapping. And the parts that I can't cover up with that frame, I'll be able to fill it in with um either cardboard or something to fill in the space so it'll fit properly. And when the wallpaper and the baseboards are in, you won't be able to see any of that. I think that's a really pretty door I chose. I think it's going to look really pretty with that stone flooring. Really, really pretty. Yeah, I colored the stones and I grouted them with joint compound. I didn't add any sand or anything like that, just straight joint compound. I rubbed it in the cracks and wiped it off really quick. But I will show you how I did that in another video. Now, this is just a quick glance at the nursery prior to the wallpaper. And that's actually the wallpaper rolled up there in the corner. That floor was made on a template as well. But I painted it white. I thought it would look a little bit better in the nursery just to make it look a little bit brighter. Now that's a little ladder I made out of a straight ladder, and I added another part to it to just to create a ladder for that room. So I can show you that as well. Now this is the other side. This is the children's room, the room that was a hallway that I'm changing with that same header header type thing above the door to make a divider for the hallway. I made this floor on a template as well because there was access to a staircase under there, but I decided I didn't want a staircase. I wanted this hallway to be a room. So that's how I modified that area. But you see the wood floors up here are quite a bit darker than the ones in the kitchen because I wanted to give more of an old world effect in this area to make it look like the house had been stained, refinished, updated, renovated more than once. So you may have different finishes in different parts of the house. Thank you, dolls, for watching. See you in the next episode of Little Gretchen's Workshop.